I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money statement, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the rest. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Guys, I'm rocking a throwback Frankie Candles hat. We got the gray with the black. I found this in my closet, and I was like, hey, I haven't worn this one in a while. Old colorway, but a fire one, may I say so myself. But what is going on, Candle Mafia? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending your precious time here with the Candle Mafia and your boy Frankie Candles to do two full hours of TA on that thing we call Bitcoin. We're going to try to figure out what this thing's going to do next as we continue to range around this macro POC, which is a key level of resistance, guys, that if we could stay above, could open up the door to much higher prices for Bitcoin. So are we going to get another leg up before a big correction to the downside, or are we going to cool off right here before seeing that next leg up? We're going to be talking about the key levels of support and resistance, guys, trying to figure out what this thing is going to do next. And of course, we're going to be taking a look at those altcoins, guys. We're taking a look at XRP, as XRP has finally broken that doorway to higher prices, and here we are sitting at higher prices. But anyway, guys, we're going to be taking a look at XRP as well. Shout out to Digital Pencil in the chat. What is going on? Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you for tuning in and studying up on your charts to keep crushing those trades. Shout out to Digital Pencil. We got Crypto Anon in the chat holding down this crazy thing they call chat. Sometimes they get out of hand with the CandleMafia, and sometimes Anon and Tony D and Tyler Durden and Rob the Crypto Snob are amazing mods. Got to reel them back in or tell them when to pull their fibs. But shout out to our mods, guys. Show our mods some love in the chat. Who else do we got in here? We got Big Russ, Darren Myers, what is going on? Wolf of Crypto, Eric Bonici, what is going on, bro? And we got Caveman, Golden, as always. By the way, guys, we do just have to celebrate Golden and Hannah, as they have given away a ton of memberships before the live even started. So shout out to them. They are the absolute best. Thank you guys for all the support, and shout out to you guys for always gifting those memberships to the Mafia. If you just got a membership, go ahead and use that golden emoji and that new tiara emoji to show some love to some of the biggest supporters in the Candle Mafia. But shout out to Darren Does Things saying what's up to Wayne C. We got Lordius in the chat throwing in a golden emoji and a tiara. And last but not least, guys, we got Scott Miller, Incognito, Ellipse, HDX, Cryptic Sniper, and then we also got Cause I can pump it. What is going on, bro? I already talked to everybody else, so I didn't want to double announce people there. Crypto Billy popping in. What is going on, guys? Thank you all for tuning in. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into this thing they call Bitcoin, guys. And let's try to figure out what the heck this thing's going to do. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Here we go. So, guys, let me just activate my camera here and pop up our nice little overlay. But, guys, let's go ahead. I want to jump in. I did make that comment before that it is not going to be a 2-hour stream. I am expecting, guys, I'm going to start saying that. I'm expecting to do a little bit of a shorter stream. I got some stuff to do. Also, not really feeling great. I don't think I'm sick. I had a really horrible night's sleep last night, and I don't want to. I don't want to burn myself out for the week, so I may hop out of here a little bit early. But don't worry. I don't think I'm actually sick. I think I just didn't get good sleep last night. I feel like garbage. But guys, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin and all those altcoins before we hop out of here. But first off, guys, let's go ahead. We haven't done this in a little bit, so I'm going to turn off that TA. I want to jump up to the weekly time frame, and I want to go over a little bit of a fresh market analysis with you guys, kind of give you guys my general thoughts on where I think price is going to be going in the near term and the long term here on the higher time frames. Now, I do want to start this off by saying, guys, I do think that we are going to see higher prices for Bitcoin. This is indeed a bullish trend, and you don't want to fight the trend. When the trend is bullish, you don't want to be looking for those shorts down to zero, right? Doesn't mean you can't scalp short here and there, make some money like we did on Friday, but you definitely don't want to be looking for shorts going down to zero. This is clearly, if anybody else is denying this, in my opinion, it is denial, right? We are likely going to see, guys, if we see another leg to the upside at some point in the near future here. Now, I want to, clear this up, guys. We could come back down. I don't want to be like, we're definitely 100% going up, but we are clearly in a bullish trend here, guys. And there are some things popping up on the charts that will indicate that this trend is likely going to continue to the upside in the long term. However, if we start getting more pumps to the upside, guys, these are going to start feeling like the denial rallies where people are like, yeah, no, this is definitely just another pump to the upside before the big nuke to zero. 8K incoming. I'm still standing true to my bet. But chances are, guys, they are, these are the pumps that are going to start really, these are the hated rallies, right? Because these are, it's not until we get that next leg up where people really start to think about the fact that they may have missed the bottom. And that's okay. If you guys feel like you've missed the bottom, one thing I want to kind of talk to you guys about, or just mentioned on this stream, is don't FOMO in, right? Now, I'm not saying that, buying here, you're never going to be in profit, but understand that regardless of if we come up more or not, If we come up, regardless of if we get a cool off here or after another pump up, likely we are going to get a pullback here, right? So, I don't want anyone feeling like they have to FOMO into the market because they missed the bottom. Be patient. There will likely be a cool off coming at some point soon. Even if we get another leg up, we are likely to get another correction to the downside. You don't want to be buying these massive green weekly candles. You want to be buying on the corrective weekly candles, right? So although we're very bullish, chances are we are likely to get some kind of a move down coming in here soon, guys. So don't be impatient. Don't get the FOMO, and just try to take a deep breath and don't let that emotion creep in, right? But with that being said, I do think this bullish trend will continue. Not only because the bullish market structure and the clear bullish power that we have clear momentum to the upside, and on top of some of the things on Market Cypher B indicating this pump will likely continue. Potentially, in my thoughts, I generally think we could make it up to between about at least 40K, but on the higher end between 48 to 50K to revisit our macro value area high, which is coming in right here. Or no, not right there. Don't listen to me, guys. Which is actually coming in right here. Macro value area high. Let me unhide that TA. Macro value area high coming in between about 48 to 50K. You can see it right here. Value area high at about 48.9, and then that golden pocket does bring you up to about 50K. So that is kind of the macro target. Still, obviously, guys, we are just within this macro volume profile. And I was talking to the premium Discord today during our premium live stream, and I was just kind of telling them, like, guys, in the long term, like in the grand scheme of things, if we go ahead and hide some of our if we just hide some of these support levels, simply put, even if we had this MPOC, simply put, guys, we are just kind of, what are we doing here, right? Price got a quick move from the value area low up to the POC. What is happening now, guys? We are simply getting stuck to that point of control, right? This is not very uncommon. Oftentimes, you will see that point of control act as a magnet, which is oftentimes why you see consolidation around the point of control, right? So in the grand scheme of things, my plan remains the same. We've gone from the value area low to the POC. As long as we, obviously we are planning on clinging around here for a little bit, but even if we get a correction to the downside, I am going to be looking to flip that POC to support to potentially begin our journey higher up towards that value area high at around $48,900. So, that's kind of still my general plan and my general thoughts on where I think the next targets are going to be, but I definitely am bullish on this market, and I do think we will see higher prices for Bitcoin coming in very soon. Again, not only based off the bullish market structure on the higher time frames, but also some things on Market Cypher B. As you can see here, obviously our weekly money flow has crossed over into the green. I don't know how many times we've gone over this on the live stream. This is a pretty bullish signal, guys. Oftentimes when you see these money flow crossovers on something like the weekly, it does indicate more upside to come in the long term. And in the past, guys, these big money flow crossovers, typically in the bear market, you get these big dumps down, right? And then you get a bear market rally, and then your money flow on the weekly will kind of bing bong around, coming into the red, into the green, or into the green, into the red, back into the green. But once you finally get that final money flow crossover into the green, on the weekly specifically, that oftentimes will mark the bottom for Bitcoin and the beginning of that accumulation phase before the halving and parabolic bull run. And it does look like we have that money flow crossover on the weekly happening right now. And this does look like a pretty strong money flow crossover, in my opinion. And remember, guys, we also got that fresh money flow crossover on the 2-week as well, which may be an even stronger signal. And on top of that, guys, we did wind up confirming this. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this so we can see it a little bit better. You guys can see we did confirm that monthly green dot. I know that it's very hard to see for you guys, but it is right there. We did get that monthly green dot, indicating some potential more upside in the long term as well. And then obviously, I'm not going to lie, guys, not much has changed since last week other than the fact that we've pushed up a little bit. We've kind of bing-bonged around. But other than that, on the higher time frames, guys, things do remain about the same. Again, weekly VWAP cooling off, 6-day, 5-day, 4-day VWAPs looking for those red dots as the momentum waves are pretty overbought at this moment. And then your 3-day red dot is confirmed. However, look at that money flow, right? So general sentiment right now would be careful of a potential cool off incoming here, but because of the money flow, we are expecting this to be a small cool off before more upside to come. And then checking out the daily, we have our VWAP stuck below that zero line, potentially looking for that green dot. And right now, guys, as we are looking at the charts here, or as I was looking at the charts this morning, my thoughts are obviously that we need to be prepared for a move to the upside or the downside. So regardless of what happens, we can take advantage of that move and make some money. With that being said, I want to come on over to some of the more local analysis here. I want to zoom into some of the lower time frames, and I want to kind of talk to you guys about what I am looking at and expecting coming up here in the medium term. Now, obviously, we are still generally just trading in our volume profile here, bing-bonging around between that value area low and value area high. As we got that push up above the value area high, we hit that naked point of control, got that push to the downside, and now we are potentially trying to get accepted back into this area of balance. Now, this is, as of right now, guys, as long as we are below this value area low or value area high, I will just be looking to trade this as a typical value area range. Now, really what I'm waiting for a little bit more of a saucy trade is going to be a bigger move to the upside or a bigger move to the downside, right? And kind of the local levels of support as of right now, guys, are pretty self-explanatory. We have the value area low of this range coming in at about $33,984, and then we have this golden pocket just below, sitting or within pretty good confluence just below that value area low, sitting at about $33,899 and $33,785. Not forgetting about that 786 coming in at about 33.3. So these are kind of the next local levels of support. If we get a move down here to the bottom of this range, guys, I will again be treating this as a typical volume profile, looking for my bullish confirmations down at this key level for some potential scalp long positions, right? Scalp long. Not giant swing longs, but just small long positions back up to the high of the range. And then I will be taking profit, looking for a potential flip of resistance to support to potentially get a bigger move to the upside, in which case I will hold a portion of that trade and turn that little scalp from a little baby single or double to an absolute home run or grand slam. But those are kind of the local levels of support and resistance, guys, right? And then if you pull your local fib from the high to this local low, this is kind of the major level or the next significant level of resistance that I am looking at, right? So this is kind of our range that we've been messing around with. But all in all, guys, I will say this. I am, for the most part, waiting for a big short position. If we do not come up here and get some kind of confirmations that I'm looking at specifically with the premium Discord, we have some short setups within this purple box that we will be willing to take a short trade at, given that those confirmations are presenting themselves. But what I would be very cautious of, guys, I am being cautious because I will be treating this short more as a scalp short, and I'll explain to you why right now. And the reason for that is really this daily time frame, guys. This daily is lurking around. This VWAP, look at this VWAP, is just lurking down here. And when you have a daily VWAP that sits below the zero line, let me go ahead and switch my tool out here. When you have a daily VWAP right here, that's been below that zero line for 11 days. Now, it's not that you can't stay under here for more than 11 days. Like down here, we stayed here for 7 days. This one was down here for 6 days. This one was down here for about 6 days. This one was down here for about 7 days. But you can see we've been wiggling around here for quite some time. And what I'm going to be looking at, guys, is a potential green dot on the daily because I am going to be cautious. Because, listen, as traders, guys, our job, this is kind of, I think a lot of people get this wrong about analysts and traders. Your job as a trader is not to necessarily figure out exactly if price is going to go up or if it's going to go down. I think a lot of people have that binary thought about trading. Like, you got to figure out if it's going up or down, and then you pick a direction and you bet on the direction, and then it goes in that direction. That is just simply not how you're supposed to trade, right? Or not how I trade or how I've found success trading, right? What you want to do is, a lot of people think that analysts know if it's going up or down, which it's kind of a weird subject, right? Because sometimes they do if the analysis is correct. But really, all we have to do is identify the if this, then that statement. Trading is an if this, then that statement. That's why, I always take the time when people pop in the chat and say, oh, you're just saying it goes up and down. Like, you just flip-flop every day. That's why I spend so much time on those comments and explaining why we do that, right? Because that is literally how we're able to make money. It's not about knowing if it's going up or down. It's about preparing for either situation to happen. And if it gets a pump to the upside and hits these key levels with these confirmations, this is how I'm making money. And if we get a dump to the opposite end and it goes down, if we come into these levels with confirmations, this is how I'm going to make money. And this is how you become a profitable trader, by identifying the opportunities on both ends, identifying what both scenarios are, and then just waiting for one to play out, right? Like, that's how you're right. That's how you could be right every single time, because if it goes up, I'm not wrong. It's just one of my bias happens, and I have a plan to make money off of that plan, right? So it's an if this, then that statement. You want to remember that. It's not about picking a direction and just betting on it blindly. That's not how it works. A lot of people lose money like that. You might get a couple lucky trades, but you're going to lose money over time, right? It's not a reliable way to consistently make money trading. So what I'm doing here right now, guys, is I'm going to look at the bullish and the bearish case. Now, obviously, guys, we have been talking about these higher targets for quite some time on the channel. I just brought them up. 48 to 50K is that golden pocket value area high confluence at the top of the volume profile. But as you guys know, we actually have some other targets in between that level, because we're not expecting that POC to hold a support and then just instantly teleport up to the value area high. We know that there's a lot of levels in between the POC and the value area high that we are likely to get some resistance on, right? So what are those levels? Well, let me show them to you guys right now. We have been taking a look at these guys. Like, these are not, new levels. These levels have been on the chart for quite some time, and they will be there until we hit them. But the next real level that I'm going to be looking at, guys, number one is going to be, let me just mark this out. Let me see. Do I have it here? Yeah, right here. Well, I'll just mark it out with a line, right? So if we go here, $37,000, essentially even, guys, right? $37,000 even is going to be that next key level that I'm looking at. And why is that, right? Well, 37,000 is going to be a pretty psychological level, right? If we get a pump up here and we start hitting 37K, there's likely a lot of limit orders sitting at that $37,000 level for people to take profits or sell their spot bags for profit. And it's just that nice even number. When someone sees price at $37,000, they might be thinking to themselves like, hey, maybe I should take some profit here, right? It's that nice psychological even number of $37,000. Now, just above that, we actually have a pretty big pocket of resistance between 37,551 and about 39,112, where we have this naked monthly point of control. This is definitely going to be a serious zone of resistance if we are able to make our way up in here. So again, with the way the daily is looking right now, I am being suspiciously cautious of this VWAP printing a green dot and giving us another little push up. And if that does happen, the two major levels, or I should say the three major levels that I am looking at, are going to be the $37,000 psychological level, as well as this whole purple box between 37.5, between about 37, I'll call it 37.6 and about 39K, where we have that monthly point of control. So if we get that daily green dot and we get some kind of a random big move up, that is kind of going to be where I would expect price to go. And if we if we make it to that monthly naked point of control at about 39K, likely we start to get a reaction there. If not, we could squeak up to about 40K, where we have that next psychological level sitting up there at that nice even $40,000 level. So simply put, guys, these are the next levels to the upside. We've been looking at these for a week or two now. So the levels of resistance remain about the same. And kind of the sneaking suspicion I have, or if you're looking to see if we're going to get that pop up, what I would be watching is that green dot on the daily on Market Cypher B. And if you are using Market Cypher B, guys, I do highly recommend setting alerts. You can set alerts on Market Cypher B specifically. And this goes with any indicator you're using. And you could set your conditions up here. So Market Cypher B, right, blue wave crossing down. So let's say we wanted to get a alert when we get that green dot on the daily for Market Cypher. What you could do is you can go ahead and click here, and then blue wave crossing up, small green dot. You can go ahead and click that and type here, daily green dot printing or whatever you want to label it as. Maybe you want to just label it 100x long to the moon. Whatever you want to label it, you can go ahead and label it. And if you want it to trigger once or every time it happens, depending on how you want to get alerted, you could change those settings right here. Go ahead and hit create, and now you'll go ahead and get alerted when that green dot prints, so you don't have to sit here and stare at the screen all day. And then once that green dot prints, you can kind of anticipate a potential push to the upside. And once we break that MPOC that we tapped up here at about 36K, in my opinion, it's going to be likely to get dragged up towards that $37,000 level or this purple box that we just mentioned, encompassing that monthly point of control. Now, guys, I'm not going to lie, that kind of wraps it up on Bitcoin because, again, we are just simply sticking to that POC, which I want you guys to remember is not shocking to us, right? We expected to get gravitated and magnetized to this POC because that's how the POCs behave, right? Those POCs oftentimes act as magnets and oftentimes gives us that kind of consolidation formation at those high volume areas. So, not much has changed here. Still looking at those same levels, but the one thing that did change is what I would be looking for to see that big move up, and that daily green dot is going to be the thing. And now you guys know, if I get this move up, this is where, obviously, I'm not going to give the confirmations or the trade setups that we're looking for in the premium Discord because that's not fair for the people who pay. But you guys know, once I get up into this area, this is where I'm going to be hunting, or not hunting, but looking for those confirmations to potentially go short, right? And then likewise, I want to take a look at some of the local levels of support below us because, in case we get that move to the downside, right? Again, this is not about trying to predict if price is going up or down and being right immediately. It's about identifying if it goes up, where it's likely to react from, and if it goes down, where we're likely to get a bounce, and then simply looking for the confirmations and entering the trades, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump up to the Bybit chart so I can take a look at these local levels with you guys. And we kind of looked at them already. We are simply going to be looking at this local range right here between value area low sitting at about 33,992, and the value area high is sitting at about 35.1. I am going to be looking at this as a range. I will be scalping this with the premium Discord as we remain inside of it. And then we're not looking for those bigger trades until we break out to the upside or break back down to lower prices. And if we wind up breaking this range, guys, decisively, again, these levels are still valid because we have not come down to them just yet. But one of those key levels, if we wind up decisively breaking this range, right? I want to be clear. This is how I'm handling this, right? If we come up to the high of the range and we start getting bearish confirmations as we deviate, I am looking for shorts up here to go short to back to the bottom of the range, right? Likewise, if we come down and deviate from the low of the range, I will be looking for scalps back up to the high of the range. But I'm not looking for those bigger day trades or swing trades until we get a break of the highs, like an actual breakout of this range to higher prices, or if we get an actual breakout to lower prices. And we just talked about kind of what I'm looking for up here if we get the move to the upside. But if we get the move to the downside, what levels are we going to be looking at? And they remain the same, guys. These single prints right down here between about $32,526 and $32,214 are going to be the levels that I am looking at. And remember, we also have some down here between $32,034 and $31,846 with our golden pocket sitting just below at about $31,686. So if we wind up coming down, let's say we don't get bullish confirmations here, it looks bearish, we can't get back above the value area low, and we get a move down, I will be looking for longs in this area, or simply put, I always say looking for longs, but really just looking for some support down here and a potential bounce off that golden pocket, which would make sense because if we are going to continue our trend to the upside, guys, we can come down a decent bit and still put in higher lows to continue that bullish momentum or bullish market structure to the upside. And even if we come down here and we start slipping this golden pocket, please understand that we do still have that 786 sitting just below at about $30,758. So that's kind of my if this then that statement, guys. That's kind of what I'm looking for a bigger breakdown or a bigger move to the upside, simply waiting for those higher levels to get hit. And if we go ahead and zoom out even more, you guys know if we start breaking these levels, we are going to be looking down to some stronger levels or more macro levels of support, which do get closer down to this value area low, getting close to about 28.8K, which is going to be, because I want to press home here, guys, before we move on to the altcoins, I do just want to press home that even if we did wind up getting a big move down here, let's say we lose the POC, we lose all those single prints, none of that holds us up, and we wind up coming all the way back down to this range, we could still, at that point, wind up getting bullish confirmations at this macro value area low, again, getting closer to between 28.8 and 28.6K. If we get those bullish confirmations, we could still put in a higher low and get a continuation to the upside and fill this entire range. So I just wanted to bring those up. We're pretty far away from those targets, guys. I'm really watching those local targets a little bit more. So I'm not expecting that to come in anytime soon, but I just want to talk about it because it's a new week, and we have a whole week here to get some price action to come in here. And if we get a bigger move down and, like, we really start panic dumping for some reason, maybe some bearish news comes out, whatever happens, but, we get that bearish news or something, we get a push down, I'm really not getting overly bearish until we decisively start losing that value area low at 28.8K or 28.6K, and that is indeed going to be that line in the sand where I am flipping a little bit more bearish in the medium to long term. So there you go, guys. That is what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Just simply waiting for that break to the upside because it's a little bit mixed. There's some mixed signals out there, guys, because right here we have that 16-hour red dot printing, right? Not only that, but we have the bearish divergence on the 16-hour also confirmed, right? So you have your higher highs, your lower highs, that was actually confirmed on this red dot right here or this high right here. So oftentimes, guys, if you can get these divergences to come in, remember, we talk a lot about the 4 hours specifically, but when you get these divergences to come in with your money flow coming out, right? We do the same thing with divergences, bullish divergences when price is coming up. But when you put in these higher highs on your price action with your lower highs on your momentum waves, as well as having your money flow continuing to the downside, right? Trending out. Your money flow is coming out here, although it is coming up locally, which is part of what makes it a little bit confusing. But with your confirmed divergences with money flow coming out, that could mark a significant top and be the start of a bigger correction to the downside. So you have to be careful of that. But again, on the contrary, you do have this daily VWAP kind of lingering around, like ready to rip up above that zero line when nobody's looking to give some kind of unexpected pump, and you got to be ready for that as well. Now, not only do you have the 4-hour bearish divergence confirmed with your money flow coming out, but this is also popping up on even more significant time frames, such as the 12-hour. Higher highs on your price, lower highs on your momentum waves, confirmed, and your money flow is just barely squeaking to the downside, right? Just slightly trending down. So not the biggest signal, but certainly there, guys. And that 16-hour kind of giving you the same thing with your confirmed bearish divergence. Money flow kind of flat here, trending down very slightly, but with that being said, these signals are on the chart, and when we get these bearish signals as well as some potential signals like this on the daily that could indicate a short, fast, unexpected pump to the upside, you got to be ready and have your trap set above you and below you, and you have to be ready to react and take advantage of those confirmations as they show up in I was talking about this in the premium Discord earlier today, and I want to share it with you guys as well. Trading is not a game of hunting. It is a game of trapping. It is not a hunting sport. It is a trapping sport. You want to put your key levels out there. Your goal as an analyst, in my opinion, is to go out there, identify the key levels, and sure, I always say it's not about figuring out if price is going to pump or dump right at that moment, but please understand, guys, like, that is part of it, right? We can look at the chart and say, hey, we're getting bullish confirmations. It's about to pump. That's obviously part of it, but really, when it comes to a trading plan, what you want to do is set your traps. You want to set that bullish trap, set that bearish trap, right? And wait for price to approach. And when it gets there, you want to look for your confirmations and simply execute the highest probability trade. And is it going to play out in your favor every single time? Absolutely not. The market will spit in your face, but that doesn't mean that you're a bad trader. It's just a part of the game. If you have a proven winning strategy that wins over time, stick to your plan, set your traps, wait for price to get there, find your confirmations, take the trade, and walk away with your bag. So there you guys go. But hold on, guys. Hold up. Shout out to Sonny. What is going on, bro? Thank you for that $2 super chat. Said XRP to $20 this bull run. Shout out to Sonny. I am a little bit more conservative on the XRP predictions, but I will say this. $20 is like the upper end of what I am willing to look for in the bull market in this bull market for XRP, guys. So I always talk about like between like $7 and $15 or $7 and $10. But you know, maybe some kind of crazy blow off top to $20 would be kind of like that last highest, most bullish scenario that I could possibly come up with. And I may come up with a video this week for Sunday Sauce about XRP and some potential price targets in the next bull run. And we'll take a look at the charts, and I'll talk to you guys about why I'm looking up towards these price targets. It's just one of the ideas we're floating around for the Sunday Sauce video. But thank you, Sonny, for that super chat. I do appreciate you, bro. But, guys, with that being said, that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin, hoping for a move here this week so we can get into some more saucy trades. But if you guys want to see your favorite altcoins, go ahead and spam them in chat right now. Tyler or Rob or Crypto Billy, Anon, Tony, whoever's doing the altcoins tonight, let's do like 2 or 3 requests. I will do Solana, XRP, and ETH, and then we'll take 3 more requests after that because I do want to hop out of here a little bit early tonight. But we're going to be checking out ICP. We could try to take a look at ICP. I will write that down for a bonus coin if we have time. But go ahead and spam those altcoins. What's your favorite? What's your favorite confirmations, Frankie? Shout out to Blake Reyes. Completely depends on the trade, the type of trade, what time frame it's on, the setup. It completely dependent on each individual trade. For a swing, if I'm looking for a swing failure, I will be, looking for a swing failure, and that would be part of the confirmation. But that's not what I'll be looking for if I'm looking for, using a different strategy to get into a trade. The confirmations will be totally different, and obviously we do get a lot more into that in the premium Discord, where I spoon feed all of my trade setups, and I kind of go way more in depth into my trading plan. It just kind of gives you an inside look at what I am doing with my trades. And again, we give you those my trade setups daily. Shout out to Golden, bro. What is going on, dude? Golden absolutely dumping the membership tonight. Shout out to Golden, bro. You are an absolute menace, bro. Absolute menace. Shout out to Golden. We're playing the beats, dropping the jackpot, and we're flashing the light for Golden. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for all the support. You are an absolute legend. I don't know what to say, Golden. You got me speechless every single day. You, Hannah, Cheeks, everybody who gifts the memberships. You guys leave me completely speechless every single stream. It's insane. Show some love to Golden if you just got a membership. And also, shout out to Dave Digital. He said, gonna be a late night. Shout out to Dave. Yeah, I said I'm going for an hour. Yeah, this will probably be a 3.5 hour stream, guys. So please forgive me. But shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for being here, bro. Always good to see you in chat. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive right in to Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. And guys, this thing is our slave. Ethereum just does exactly what we tell it to. But here we are, guys. Simply put, where's Jordy? Is Jordy in the chat tonight? If he is, shout out to Jordy. Guys, when we look at Ethereum here, what were we watching, right? We were simply stuck between this value area low and our, look at chat going absolutely nuts. Oh my God, though, the beats are still going. My bad, guys. I can't even hear. Hold up. Let me change that. Let me go ahead and, yo, hold up. Let me change that, because that was just going through all of that. That's so embarrassing. Guys, I'm ending this stream right now. I'm too embarrassed. But there we go. Now hopefully I can hear all the, can I hear it? Oh, God. Unbelievable. Shout out to Mark Dutch, said, cut that beat. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't hear it. Sorry about that, guys. But I was vibing to that. Shout out to 420 Budmaster. Yo, guys, that beat is lit, though. How lit is that beat? But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and continue this TA while I don't show the screen. I'm just kidding. Here we go. Right, taking a look at Ethereum, guys. We have simply been stuck between this value area low and this POC. Not expecting higher prices until what happens, guys? Until we were able to flip that POC to support, and after that, we were looking for a run all the way up to our value area high, which We actually have not hit yet, right? That value area high is the one we've been looking at, has been sitting at about 1930, but we did come up and crack that $1,900 level for a Wolf of Crypto said you should get a job as a DJ. I actually like DJing. I was never a DJ, guys. I want to be clear. I was never an actual DJ, but I had like a mixer and turntables and stuff. I used to do it for fun. I would love to be a DJ. I actually thought about doing that for a while. But yeah, shout out to the DJs out there. It's got to be so much fun, man. It's like you get to mess around and play fire music without having to have the actual skills of being a musician, which I don't know what DJs do. I'm sure they're skilled, but you don't have to know how to play the instruments. You can just play the music. I love it. But anyway, I've seen bad DJs, so you do have to have some kind of skill to be a DJ. That is for dang sure, because I've seen some horrific DJs. Shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you. Gotta lower that a little bit. He said, whiny voice TA guy or banging beats. Guy crying about the price action on Bitcoin or fire beats. Shout out to Dave Digital. All right, we'll play the beats again, bro. Silent TA. Shout out to Dave Digital. But anyway, guys, let's continue on here. Yeah, some DJs are producers. Yeah, that's why I call them producers. Like, that's totally different, isn't that? Like, when I think of a DJ, I think of a guy mixing music, like live for a crowd. Like, that's just like play music, fade it to another one. That's what I think of as a DJ. Producer, I think of the guy making those songs, which is crazy. But anyway, shout out to DZ's Peanuts. What is going on, bro? He says, shout out to Frankie. At least you still let me super chat ya. Shout out to DZ. DZ's Peanuts. Wait, DZ, hang on. Can you not chat? Can you not regular chat DZ's Peanuts? No way. I don't know. Shout out to DZ's Peanuts. Let me know if you can't chat normally anymore. I don't know. There's no way you got banned. Why would you get banned? I doubt you got banned. I don't even think I would see your super chat if you were banned. But shout out to DZ's Peanuts. I appreciate you for being here, bro. Let's see. Oh, wait. No, I can see you in chat, brother. I can see you in chat. DZ's Peanuts. You're not invisible. I see you, brother. Let's go. But anyway, shout out to DZ's Peanuts. But guys, obviously, we have been looking for a move up to this value area high, which is coming in at about 1930. But we did make it to over $1,900. We made it to about the high on this candle was 1916. So obviously, guys, we got above that value, that POC, flipped it to support, made a move right for that value area high. Shout out to the volume profiles, exactly as we would expect. But simply put, guys, key level of resistance is going to be that value area high sitting at about 1930, right? If we get up there, could be a decent time to be looking for a potential short position. So there you go. That is what I'd be looking at. Key level of resistance, 1930. If we get above there, we could wind up potentially getting a move up to this level here where we could actually, I would actually watch this level as well. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I don't want a ray. I want a horizontal ray. So there we go, right? I would actually be watching these wicks, guys. Both of these wicks, honestly. These wicks right here, right? These two wicks. These could be a level of resistance. If you get above your value area high here for Ethereum, I will be looking for a potential move above the value area high and a potential push into these wicks, and we may be able to see a little bit of resistance here before reversing back down to test some of these levels as support before continuing up a little bit higher. So if we break that value area high, the next real level I would look at, which coincidentally is sitting at around $2,000, almost even that psychological level of resistance that we all love. That $2,000 level, definitely going to be expecting some resistance there. So basically sitting between about $2,029 and $2,000 even is going to be that next level of resistance. But remember, we could easily, if you start getting resistance at this value area high or bearish confirmations, you can easily get a rejection here, even if you deviate a little bit. And then at that point, you'd be looking for acceptance back into your range and a push down towards your POC and potentially your value area low. Now, with the bullish, and I want to talk about this, guys, because why were we looking for higher prices on Ethereum? And it's pretty simple, right? We were simply looking at Ethereum saying, Hey, Ethereum's lagging slightly behind Bitcoin on its, let's go back in time here all the way to where we were sitting at that point of control saying, hey, Ethereum is lagging slightly behind Bitcoin with a fresh money flow crossover on the daily, and Bitcoin had its big move up, but Ethereum didn't really get a huge move up through this range yet. And with this money flow crossover, we were looking for that next green dot to potentially push us above that POC and up to the value area high. And then obviously what happened, that is exactly what we saw. Not saying that we always see what we're looking for, but this is something you can easily apply to your charts. If you're using Market Cypher, you can use these simple techniques to anticipate these moves before they happen. Now, I want to be clear. You're not entering you could, but you're not necessarily entering a trade based off that information, right? You're not necessarily seeing that money flow crossover and saying, I'm getting in right now, unless you're looking for like a swing trade or just a general position trade where you're looking to hold it for maybe a week or two, or you're holding it for a significant amount of time, willing to take it through some drawdown before getting your profit target hit. You can, when you get these fresh money flow crossovers, guys, oftentimes it will indicate that the trend is likely to continue to the upside. And again, once again, this has been proven by looking at Ethereum, right? We got the money flow crossover, we got the green dot, and then boom, you get the push above the POC into the value area high. Now, these are the levels of resistance I'll be looking at. Potential shorts to be had at this value area high if you can interact with it and get some bearish confirmations. And right now, guys, you are actually starting to print a bearish divergence on the 4-hour here. Now, I would be a little bit careful. I would be careful with this potentially because if you look at your money flow, it is coming back up here significantly, right? It's not like a little pop up and then it's rolling back over. This is a significantly trending money flow wave to the upside. So I would be careful with this short. However, you are printing a fresh bearish divergence with your lower highs on your momentum waves and your higher highs on your price action. So it won't be impossible to potentially get some kind of cool off here before finally attacking that value area high. But I would feel a little bit more comfortable looking for a short if we push up into this actual value area high. And then if we come on down to some of the lower time frames, 2-hour bear div confirmed, but you could see that green dot is looking to print again. That's why I'm saying be careful with your 4-hour bear div here. That's what I'm looking at on ETH, guys. I want you guys to take this home and learn from this. That money flow crossover on the daily. The fact that we were already holding support above this value area low. The fact that we were looking for a flip of the POC to get to the high, right? This all played out, and it's all due to Market Cypher, the volume profile, and the simple TA that we do on this channel that I teach for free, that you guys can literally take this. This is the whole point of this channel, guys, is to give you actual actionable information, not gate-kept, withheld information that you guys are going to have to tune in tomorrow to re-see the levels. I want to show you guys how to do this analysis yourself so you can actually take what I'm teaching you right now and go to your charts tonight and spend a couple hours on the chart tonight going in bar replay mode and testing these actual techniques, right? I recommend that you guys leave this live stream and then go onto an empty Bitcoin chart, scroll back to a random point in time, close your eyes and click, or make sure you click on the actual screen, shut your eyes, click, go back to a random place in the price action, and then start pulling your ranges. Start messing with Market Cypher B. Try to see how it interacts with price, right? Go back and test this stuff. And then that over time, back testing this stuff and seeing how price interacts with the volume profiles will give you the confidence to actually take these trades when you see this analysis and certain setups starting to show up on the chart. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. That's what we're looking at on ETH, guys. So there you go. Just this thing just continues to do what we tell it to. So again, going to be looking at our volume profile. Simply that value area high at 1930 is your next key level. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. He says, my eyes are as heavy as my XRP bag, so I got to get some sleep. See you tomorrow. Shout out to Golden, bro. I appreciate you for being here, dude. I appreciate all the help and support you give this channel, bro. Thank you so much. I think he gave 100 memberships tonight, guys. That is not cheap. These memberships, I think, are like $3 a piece. That is not cheap, guys. Do the math. That's crazy. Shout out to Golden. I love you, bro. Shout out to Golden. Give it up for Golden. Let's go. Shout out to Dennis Vaquerno. I don't know. I can't fully see your last name, bro. I'm sorry if I butchered that. He says, join the premium. Change your lives. Money well spent. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that so much. There you go. Take it from Dennis, not me. But let's go ahead and continue on, guys. Taking a look at our next altcoin, which is obviously going to be the one everybody wants to see right now, and that is the almighty XRP. Look at this thing go, guys. Now, Dude, yo, look, Golden, look at these people, man. They love you, Golden. Let's go. As they should. As they should. Shout out to Golden, man. You guys are awesome. As Golden is. You guys are, I appreciate you guys appreciating Golden's appreciation for the Candle Mafia. Let's go. But anyway, guys, taking a look at XRP. Throw those X's up in the chat if you're part of the XRP army. Shout out to Dave Digital. He says, you get $3, Frankie. They cost $5? Oh, no, hold up. Shout out to Dave. Wait, do they really cost $5? I know the most expensive ones are $5, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if Golden got the most expensive ones. Yo, look at the X's in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for the super chat, bro. They may be $5. Golden ain't messing around. But shout out to Golden. Thank you for being here, man. And let's go ahead and jump in here and give Golden a little bit of XRPTA, because as you guys know, look at this. We have been looking for this. Guys, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. And I don't say I called it. I say we called it, because we all saw this together. Let's not lie. The door to higher prices, guys. This was the key level. The value area low of our previous range from the top of the bull market. This volume profile. We've extrapolated these levels all the way to our current price action, and we have been able to predict the moves on XRP once again with accuracy based off the volume profiles and key levels, guys. Just like we were expecting a move up here during this Lambo candle to our point of control at about 83 cents, which we wound up getting and then perfectly rejecting before a big move back down. We have been looking at those same exact levels once again, guys. And why were we looking at those levels? Because, guys, let's be honest. If you've been watching this live stream for the past 14 times we looked at XRP before we started cracking this range, we were pretty bored by XRP, not expecting any big moves on this thing, just ranging around within our volume profile, bing-bonging around, not expecting anything exciting to happen until we were able to break out, flip that value area high to support, and get a move through our low volume gap, which was sitting right here, into our next key level of resistance, which was this value area low at about 63 cents. And what happened, guys? Simply put, we got the breakout, flipped the value area high to support. We got the quick move up we were looking for. Why did we know this was going to be a quick move up? It was simply based off the visible range volume profile, and we were able to see this volume gap in the volume, right? I don't know how else to say it. But if we zoom out a little bit more here, I mean, even if we come to a higher time frame, you guys can see that not only did we expect to move up after we broke out of this key level here, but we also knew it was likely going to be a quick move because we had this gap in volume with nothing really there to hold us back from shooting through this gap and revisiting this value area low at 63 cents. Now, again, another way you can identify this if you don't have the visible range volume profile, now it's a little harder to identify, but oftentimes when you have quick moves through an area to the downside or the upside, anytime you break back into that zone, you're often going to see the same thing happen, right? So quick move down often results in a quick move up, right? Quick move down often results in a quick move up, right? And these are all based off of volume gaps, right? We had a volume gap between these two key levels. We shot right up to the value area low, and then we had another low volume gap from the value area low all the way up here to about 71 or 72 cents, which is where we were looking for price to go first, right? Obviously, obviously we are looking up at this POC, which could be the next major target for XRP, sitting at about 83 cents, which we went to go back here, which we hit back here in July of this year. However, guys, like, this is how the volume profiles work, and this is why they are so powerful. Oftentimes, you will see a quick move through these gaps, and now we're clinging to this high volume node, which is to be expected, right? Now, we also have some pretty interesting levels up here, guys. Not only do we have this high volume node that we're hitting our head on now, but if we do get a secondary push to the upside, we have two very key levels in here, one of them being a golden pocket retracement and the other one being a time point of control. So if we wind up coming back up into this golden pocket or just this purple box in general, this might be where we see the first kind of major cool off before potentially finally getting that move up to our point of control of the range, and that is the macro range from the top of the bull market here, right? And that could be when we start to get a move up to that POC, again, coming in at about 83 cents. And if we're able, in the long term, if we're able to sustain this pump, right, we get above that POC, just like Bitcoin, if we get above that POC and hold it as support, or just like Ethereum we just looked at, if you hold that POC as support, that's where you could start your journey up to that macro value area high, which is coming in at about $1.29. So anybody who saw my XRP update this morning will kind of be updated on this information. But guys, I want to hammer something home here. The doorway to higher prices. There's a reason why we marked this level the doorway to higher prices. Now, I know this white box is not on the perfect line, but I want to show you guys this is the actual level, right? What happened? We wicked up, tapped the value area low, ripped up, and then boop, wicks right back down to test it as support. And then at this moment, guys, right, you come up, bing bong, looking to hit your head, breakout, retest that support, and then after that, you are off to the races. And if you've watched the live stream at any point in the past 2 weeks, you were looking at this level, waiting for those exact things to happen before seeing a bigger move up for XRP. And I absolutely love being able to see these moves before they happen. And that wick is insane. Dave Digital says, #Blue Chews. I mean, hey, shout out to the Blue Chews. Let's get it. But anyway, guys, the XRP bulls are out and rearing their heads, guys. Beautiful, beautiful move. Again, your next key level is going to be this golden pocket. TPOC sitting between, let me go ahead and grab the actual fib numbers for you so I get it dead on, between 0.7418 and 0.7584. TPOC coming in at 0.7550. So there you go. That's the next key level. We flip this. In my opinion, we are likely going to that POC at about 83 cents. But don't be surprised if we start seeing a little bit of a pullback either at the high volume node we're at now, or if we come in and interact with this level, that's where the pullback may come. But once we get above this level, I'm looking up to about 83 cents for XRP. Now, why were we looking for this move on XRP, guys? Very similar to why we were looking for the move up on Ethereum. Because you guys will remember on Friday, we were actually starting to get this push into this value area low, right? We got the breakout of the range here on, call it about Monday, right? And then we worked our way up through this low volume gap. And then on Friday, we were sitting right below this low volume, right below this value area low. And look at our daily money flow, guys. Fresh money flow crossover into the green, and at that point you're looking for maybe some consolidation and a pop above the level before your big move up. And obviously that is basically what we wound up seeing happen. So I want this to go in the books, guys. Do not take these daily money flow crossovers, especially when you spend this much time in the red. You don't want to take these daily money flow crossovers. Don't take them with a grain of salt. Take them with a pound of rocks. I don't know what that means. But anyway, you don't want to scoff at them, right? You want to take these seriously because they don't happen every single day. And oftentimes when they do happen, they do give you big moves to the upside, especially when paired with a green dot like this one was. So when you're able to identify, guys, where the trend is likely to go based off the money flow on Market Cipher B, while also identifying where those doorways to higher prices are, right? When you have a breakout on XRP with a fresh money flow crossover into the green and you're already like trying to push down the door and knock down the door to higher prices, oftentimes that money flow is going to have the fuel to absolutely bust you through that door and shoot you right up to the next target, which is what we saw here on XRP. So shout out to the XRP army. Congratulations on your gains. And shout out to the 701 people in the chat right now, guys. Go ahead and smash that like button. Remember, we got a short stream tonight, so smash that like button. If we get 550 likes, we will spin that wheel 15 times. Smash it up, guys. We're going to be ending the stream probably somewhat soon here. So we're going to go through some of the other altcoins here. Did we get the alts up? Alt votes counted potentially. Let me see here. Let's see. Oh, shout out to Dual Economics. Did I read this yet? Shout out to you, bro. He said, Frankie, could you please look at Sats ordinals? Yeah, shout out to Dual Economics. I will try to take a look at that. Ticker Sats? I will try to take a look at that on top of the altcoins that we already have. No problem, bro. And did we get the altcoins? All right, yeah. Whoever, Tony D, Tyler, Crypto. Oh, no, there it is. Thank you, Crypto Billy. Let's go. Thank you for that, bro. I will go ahead and pin this message. And let's go ahead and take a look at our next altcoin, which is going to be Aave. Let's do it. Let's see. We'll take a look at the Binance Tether US chart. Let me just check the bat phone real quick. Make sure there's nothing crazy going on here. You never know. All right, there we go. BTC broke 35K. Oh, baby, 16 minutes ago. But anyway, Let's go ahead and continue on here, guys, on Aave. Aave fresh green dot. Yes, see, guys, I want to point this out. I don't think we've looked at Aave in quite some time, but this is a perfect example of why you do not want to be blindly shorting bear divs. I remember somebody had a question the other day, or somebody said in chat the other day, like, oh, you were talking about bearish divergences yesterday, and we pumped. You were wrong. And I took time to explain why just because we see a bearish divergence does not mean you're going to get a big move down, right? This is a perfect example, especially on the altcoins, why you don't want to just be blindly shorting divs, right? You had a nice little bearish divergence here on Aave, printing, right about here. And oftentimes when you get a daily bear div like this, you will see a big correction to the downside. However, in a strong push, in a strong bullish trend, you are not likely to see these divergences play out very strongly, right? Like even if it's a daily bear div, obviously it still gave you a move to the downside. It just wasn't that big, right? But you still did get that significant, somewhat of a move down. But chances are, if you were trying to short this, especially if you're not experienced, you're probably going to try to hold this for a bigger move and get absolutely wrecked to the upside. So this is the perfect example of why you don't just want to short random bear divs, especially on the altcoins. They are likely to in your face. I guess that was a little overdose. I probably did not need to do that. But anyway, you really don't want to fight against these alts when they're as bullish as they are right now with these money flow crossovers on the higher time frames, your daily money flow crossover, your 2-day fresh money flow crossover, your 3-day fresh money flow crossover. You do not want to be looking for big shorts on the altcoins when you get these big moves up. I can't say it enough. But let's go ahead and jump on in here with some more analysis on Aave pulling our macro range. Now, here is the thing, right? What is going on here with the phone? But anyway, if we go ahead and hide the VPVR, I want to take a look at this range, guys, because here's the thing. You did put that daily bear div. I will say this. I'll give this, if anyone was looking to short this, you did have the confluence of that bear div forming at your value area high. But again, you want to take into context that this is a very strong trend to the upside. Fresh money flow crossovers on the higher time frames. Not something you necessarily want to be fading, right? But with that being said here, we are coming up to some significant resistance, and that is the value area high, and we are now deviating above. Now, let me actually go ahead and pull some of these. Let me pull some fibs and see if we can get any confluence here. I'll pull from this high to, where's our low? Right here. Boom. And then I'll pull it. Yeah, so this would kind of be the next major area of resistance I would be looking at, right? Kind of this golden pocket, 786 confluence coming in between about 138.36 and 117.11. Going to be kind of the next major level I would be looking at with your local golden pocket 786 retracement. And obviously a pretty big deviation away from your volume profile. But you can see we've been rejected here quite a few times. Probably going to see just some structural resistance here in general, even if the golden pocket wasn't there. But if we continue pushing up on Aave, which with this fresh daily green dot, we could wind up seeing, this would be kind of the next key level I'd be looking at. And again, that is coming in between 117.11 and 138.36. But as of right now, local pullbacks probably not going to be impossible just because, we are hitting up against that level of resistance, which is your value area high. And you are getting some, you have confirmed bear divs here. No confirmed bear div here just yet. But if we push up here a little more, you could wind up getting a little bit of a bearish divergence. If you wind up pushing up a little bit here, you have your lower highs. But either way, you are looking to print a red dot here on the 4-hour. Taking a look at your 2-hour fresh green dot. So I'd be careful here. I'd let Aave do its thing and wait for a bigger push up into our purple box here, or look for a bigger push down and see if we can get accepted back into this area of balance. So I would simply be looking at this range as well as this key level to the upside. I'm not even going to look for the levels below the value area, because if we do come back down, you're likely to stick within this range and put in a higher low and continue up. And if that were to happen, let me just find some levels here for you guys. If we were to get a significant pullback here, let me pull a local. Where do I want to pull this from? Let's go to the daily. Yeah, I would actually pull it from here to the high. Yeah, I would potentially look for support if you get a cool off. This is the box that I would be looking for support in. Right here between about 76.93 and 63.97 could be the next area for you to get support if you wind up cooling off in the short term. Even if you are going to continue up, we could cool off on the lower time frames, put in a higher low, and then continue up to our next macro target. Other than that, if this thing keeps eating up, you now have that higher target up here. Again, I won't say the numbers again because I said it like 3 times. But this higher target up here at your golden pocket 786 retracement, and there is Ave. There we go, baby. Shout out to Rudy Poo. Shout out to you, bro. I just saw that name in chat. I just had to say it. Soul Pumpin', check it live. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and check Sol. Is it even on the list? I don't know if it is, but I was planning on taking a look at it anyway. Let's take a look at Solana real quick. All right, yeah, so Solana, okay. So I wouldn't necessarily call this a pump, but I guess, yeah, it is kind of getting a move to the upside here locally. But look at your money flow, right? I do want to point something out here, right? Let me go ahead and turn that to shorts, right? I want to point something out here. So obviously, we were able to look for this move up on Solana before we got the breakout, very similar to how we did it on XRP, simply identifying the previous value area and waiting for it to break that value area low to signify we would likely get a move up to the value area high. And where are we sitting right now on Solana? We are simply sitting right at that value area high, and potentially, if we are able to get some resistance up here, we could actually wind up seeing acceptance back into this range and potentially come down and test some of these lower levels. Now, your VWAP on the daily is below that 0 line, actually locally getting rejected here. Taking a look at your 8-hour VWAP cruising back up. Check that 4-hour, fresh green dot printing on your 4-hour. Take a look at the 15-minute money flow. Kind of hard to call here, I'll be honest with you guys. But money flow continuing to the downside on this 2-hour, and your 4-hour is kind of flat with money flow, so that actually isn't the worst look in the world. But a lot of these time frames, guys, have money flow coming out. 8-hour also looking for the green dot. Your money flow on the 30-minute is coming up. I would actually maybe locally, right, on the lower time frames, I would lean a little bit bullish. I would lean like neutral, slightly bullish on Solana in the short term. By slightly bullish, I mean maybe you pump up a little bit more, right? I don't mean shoot up to $80. But in the meantime, or in the longer term, right? Look, fresh 2-day red dot. Daily VWAP getting rejected at the 0 line. Your 3 days got a fresh red dot. Your 4-day is looking for a fresh red dot. So again, very similar to Bitcoin, guys. Money flow is indicating that this thing will likely continue to the upside, and we have our higher targets between $50 and $65. But in general here in the lower time frame, or on the lower time frames, I would maybe just look to kind of bing bong around a little bit more. But once we wind up losing this previous value area high and we can't get back above, I will be looking back down towards this golden pocket 786 retracement, which let me just double check where this is coming from. So I would be looking down towards this golden pocket 786 retracement level. Golden pocket coming in between 37.31 and 36.81, and then your 786 coming in at 34.67. So if you get a significant cool off, these are the key levels I'll be watching. And then obviously your POC down here at about 33.23, going to be another big level of support to watch. But locally, I would look for just some bing-bonging around, maybe a little bit of pumpage, but just for the most part, kind of bing-bonging around, waiting to see if we're going to get accepted into this value area, below this value area high, and see that 2-day, that 3-day red dot play out and give us that cool off that we would expect. And then if we do wind up getting some kind of random shot back to the upside, guys, 49.92 is going to be that next key level of resistance that I am looking at for Solana. So there you go, guys. That's what I would be looking at on Solana. Shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for that super chat, bro. He says 34 or 51st, Frankie. Let's see. Where's 34? So 34 is the 786. Oh, God. Well, I'll tell you this, Dave. Those are two really, really good levels to be looking at. Because 50 is basically that next real key level to the upside I'm watching. And then 34 is going to be that key level that if we do go for a full Fibonacci retracement, or the one that I'm looking at to that 786, we may be able to get right to that $34 level before getting the pump to the upside. I would say, I'll tell you this, Dave. I'll tell you this. I would say, I would probably, if I had to take a random gamble, I would say maybe 34. I would say 34 first before getting the next big leg up. But here's the thing. it doesn't matter. The true answer to that question is it does not matter, because now that you have the key levels, you could wait. It doesn't matter if price goes here first or here first. It just needs to go to one of these levels, and then you can execute your trading plan either at this level for a long or this level for a short, and you can make money in both directions. So shout out to Dave Digital. If I went for a just complete gamble, I would say 34. But it really doesn't matter, because whether it goes up or down, we can all make money. But shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Let's see. Pan Marion, shout out to you. We are going to take a look at ICP. No problem, bro. I got you. Jesse saying, I'm getting so much pumpage, I'm getting nervous. Shout out to you, bro. Don't get that FOMO. Let's see. Shout out to Bully Barry in the chat. What is going on, bro? Multi-sig dummy. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Tony D saying, smash that like button if you're getting hashtag value from this stream. Shout out to Tony D. Let's go. Yeah, smash that like button, guys. 550 likes. We will be spinning that wheel 15 times. And I already gave away most of my money last week. So hopefully maybe get us to like 530 likes and not get us all the way to 550, because I'm not against spinning this wheel maybe just 3 or 4 times tonight. Shout out to Chemistry Bro said, shout out to you, Frankie. Thank you, Chemistry Bro. Frankie Candles shouts out everybody, but nobody ever shouts out Frankie Candles. I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Let's take a look at what is next. We'll take a look at Matic. Take a look at the Binance chart. Matic absolutely ripping. Guys, whoo, baby. Guys, what were we talking about? I think it was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We went through the list of altcoins, right? Looking at these fresh money flow crossovers into the green, right? Going down the list, being like, guys, look. Fresh money flow crossover. Not that one. Fresh money flow crossover about to happen. OP, fresh money flow crossover about to happen. XRP, fresh money flow crossover. STG, money flow coming up. TWT, fresh money flow crossover. NEAR, fresh money flow crossover. These were all mimicking Bitcoin, right? Just slightly behind Bitcoin. That's why we were expecting all these altcoins to move up. It had a lot to do with this daily money flow. We could keep going down the list. I think Doge was potentially one of those coins as well. Yeah, Dogecoin with a fresh money flow crossover, indeed, potentially incoming very soon here. So, and look at this. We also have a doorway to higher prices on Dogecoin right here, just like on XRP. As Dogecoin is starting to get a move up here, that doorway to higher prices could be broken and give us a bigger move up to potentially this other value area between 13 and 17 cents. But anyway, what were we looking at anyway? It was Matic. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Matic. Take a look at the Coinbase chart, I guess. And here we are, right? Oh, my God, guys. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Right into our key level of resistance, right? You get the pump to the upside, and we are now approaching our previous value area from back here in September, right? We got a breakdown, we got the big bounce, and now we are pushing up into the value area low golden pocket confluence of this range, right? And this is a local golden pocket pulled from this high all the way down to the low. And now we have our golden pocket sitting in confluence with the value area low, 786 sitting just above at about 0.8080. So I would potentially be looking for some kind of resistance here. Now, here's the thing. We are showing a lot of signs of strength here, guys. So not only do you have your money flow flying up, but your momentum waves are also flying up as well. So no significant divergences at this point, but we did get that move up into our purple box. So I wouldn't be too shocked if we wind up seeing some kind of consolidation or some kind of just kind of resistance up in this purple box. Maybe we bing bong around before coming down a little bit. But not only is this a key level of resistance that you must have your eye on, guys, but this is also something that gives us a little bit of insight into where price may go next, right? So let me mark out these levels with you guys. Right here, POC of the range, right? We'll label it previous POC, right? So you got your previous POC here. You also have your previous value area high, right? So let's mark that out here, previous value area high. So if we wind up getting a move above this level, obviously our 786, again at that level at 0.8080, if we can get above there, next likely spot to visit is going to be that point of control sitting at about 89 cents. If you can get above that POC, we are then simply going to be looking up towards the value area high of the range, sitting at about $1.09. And these are simply put going to be the levels I'm looking at on Matic, guys. And if we wind up getting a cool-off, maybe a significant cool-off. And now I will say this, right? I'm not seeing any alarming bearish divergences just yet. So it doesn't even look like we want to cool off just yet. We could, but there's no real like obvious signals to go short here or look for a big move down or anything like that. So I would be careful as this thing does look like it has a lot of strength just pushing up. But if we were to cool off here, guys, some levels I would be looking at is simply going to be this fib from here. Again, this is going to depend on where we start pulling back from. But if you pull the current fib from that low, if this is going to be a high, golden pocket 786 retracement is coming in right here between 65 cents and about 62 cents, right? Almost 63 cents. So this is going to be a key level to watch. And again, yeah, that's what I would look for, right? And then, if you don't, and I want to be clear here, guys, if we wind up, we just closed the daily candle. Okay. Yeah, this is really the golden pocket I would be looking at, but you could potentially pull some of these more local golden pockets closer to about 67 cents. Maybe a good place to look for a potential pullback into. Or maybe even this golden pocket, even more local. But I would just be looking, for the most part, the major golden pocket would be within this blue box, again, coming in between about 65 cents and 62.5 or 63 cents. So there you guys go. There's the targets to the upside as well as the targets to the downside. If we do pull back, put in a higher low before continuing up, you guys now have both the levels of resistance and the levels of support. All right, let's see. Shout out to Multi-Sig Dummy said, Frankie Candles, think a collab with Lil Bubble is in order. I can get him on board. Wait. Multi-Sig, are you serious, bro? Bro, I love Lil Bubble. Dude, if you can get us connected with Lil Bubble, I will love you forever, bro. Multi-Sig, hit me up in Discord if you're serious about that. I would love to get, if you can get me in touch with Lil Bubble, Multi-Sig, hit me up, hit Tony D up, knock our door down because I might not see the message at first. Knock our doors down. Me and Tony D, any of the mods, get in touch with somebody. If you can get us in touch with Lil Bubble, that would be amazing. Imagine if we could get like a CandleMafia song or something. Like I'll pay him whatever he needs. Like that would be sick. That would be really, 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 really sick. Because I love Lil Bubble. I've watched Lil Bubble for a long time. He's awesome. I love his videos. But anyway, shout out to Multisig. Thank you for bringing that up, bro. That would be dope. But let's go ahead and continue on here. There is Matic. Let's go ahead and take a look at ICP. ICP, and here we are, right at our key level of resistance. I don't even know where these levels came from. So let me go ahead and see. Is that our is that our most recent chart here? All right, yeah, we'll look at this one. I don't know exactly. Likely we pulled this from this range is kind of my guess. Yeah. Okay, so here we are, right? And actually, I'm going to pull this back one candle. There we go. Okay, so this is kind of what I'll be looking at, guys. Got your POC. Just stealing these horizontal lines. Previous value area low. Excuse me. Here we go. Getting rid of all the garbaggio. And let's pull it here, right? And guys, I don't know how else to say it. If you are not using the volume profiles yet, you are leaving money on the table. So what happened here, guys? I mean, we're on a pretty high time frame here. We're here on the 3-day, but look at this volume profile, guys. You could just clearly see, even on these 3-day candles, how this is respected, right? But let's go ahead and come back over. Let's start on the daily here, right? So on the daily, green dot confirmed, not really much. Money flow coming up here, not much to take away from the daily, to be honest with you. Let's jump on down to the 4-hour. 4-hour VWAP coming to the downside as we hit our previous value area high. Let me actually mark this out with a white box so we can keep an eye on where the actual value area is. Drag this line up there. Bada boom, bada bing. There you go. So here we are, right? And actually, we can come down to an even lower time frame. And you can see we kind of interacted with this volume profile a couple of times, but finally, we were able to get above, flip it to support, come to the POC, back to the low, back to the low, back to the low, back to the high, and now we have gotten a second attempt to break out of that value area high, and we are seeing a rejection with a 1 hour bearish divergence. Right now, I will say this: it's definitely, this is printing. Probably not going to be the best entry into a short position right here. However, you do have that bear div printing on that previous value area high, giving you a significant level of resistance. And this could be, you could wind up seeing a little bit more downside for ICP in the short term, just based off this divergence, right? Key level locally I would be looking at would be this golden pocket retracement right here. Bada boom. Right click. Go ahead and add that or make this blue for support. Bada boom. So there you go, right? If this divergence pushes us down more, I would look for a move into this golden pocket 786 retracement before potentially coming back up. And then checking out some of these time frames, right? Like money flow somewhat coming out on your 4 hour, 16 hour looking for the red dot. Let's check our 1 hour money flow. Yeah, I mean, if you get that 16 hour red dot with this potential 16 hour bearish divergence looking to print at this value area high, we could wind up seeing a little bit of a pullback for ICP. So 16-hour bear div, that would give you somewhat of a bearish bias for the scalps at least, right? Because if you come up to the higher time frames, guys, I want you to keep in mind 3-day money flow coming up, 2-day money flow coming up, daily money flow is now in the green, indicating the trend will likely continue up. So any pullbacks, we are looking for lackluster moves down, higher lows, and continuations to the upside. Now, with that being said, your 1 hour bear div right here may be the start of that move down if that 16-hour red dot winds up printing with that 16-hour bear div. And I will say this, guys, if for a bigger move down on ICP, I will be looking at the 16-hour red dot. If we get that 16-hour red dot, simply put, I will be looking down to the 1 hour money flow and that 90-minute money flow to see if it is crossing over into the red. So if this local 1 hour bear div is starting a bigger move down here, that could drag our money flow into the red. And if it crosses over into the red at the same time as that red dot on the 16-hour is printing, that could give us a bigger move down. But luckily, due to the volume profiles, we have context into where price is likely to go. If we pull back and we come into this golden pocket 786 and we don't hold it, we're simply looking down towards that previous point of control sitting at $4.10. If we lose that, we simply look down to the previous value area low at $4, basically just $4. So there you go. This is what I'd be looking at for ICP. So I'd potentially be leaning a little bit bearish in the short term, to be honest. Looking for a potential pullback into this golden pocket retracement. So there you guys go. That is ICP. Shout out to anybody who was looking at that or who wanted to see that. I don't know why I can't talk. All right, let's go ahead and see here. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. ICP could come back below my average, and I wouldn't mind. Shout out to Apples up north. But let's go ahead and take a look at real quick, guys. I want to check out Sats. Somebody super chatted for this. Let's go ahead and check it. Bada boom, Sats on Poloniex. I've never heard of this. This looks like a low cap. I don't know what this is, so keep this in mind. This is going to be hard to do TA on. There's not a lot of, there's like almost no price history. So kind of hard to do TA on, to be 100% honest with you. But you are getting a potential 10-hour bearish divergence with your higher highs on price, lower highs on your momentum waves, with a potentially looking for a cool off to the downside. So yeah, I would be careful of this bear div. If this bear div starts printing, I would be cautious of some more downside. But again, I would almost not even be taking the TA into account here. There is almost like no price action on this thing. Like, well, I guess it came out in September, but this is going to be hard to kind of read just because of the lack of price action. But the one thing I can notice here is the 10-hour bear div. If this prints, that could give you a significant pullback. If you do get a significant pullback, what I would be looking at, first level of support I would really look at, or first zone of support I would look at, would be right here, golden pocket, 786 retracement between these two levels. I'm not going to read them out because I don't want to butcher those zeros. But there you go. This is kind of that next area of support I would be looking at on sats. But again, I don't know if you really want to be putting that much weight on the TA for something like this, something that's this new. Also, 4-hour bear div printing. So this thing could potentially, this would be the next target. If we continue down, I'd be looking for a bounce in this blue box. And shout out to whoever super chatted for sats. There you go. Hopefully that helps you out. That was kind of short and quick, but it was kind of insightful. Clear 4-hour bear div, clear 12-hour bear div. Just be careful. There's your key level of support. Bada boom, bada bing. I'll even give you a bonus level of support. If you come even deeper, I'd watch this 786 right about here, and I'll put it up here so you can screenshot it if you want the actual level. Bada boom. You could go ahead and grab that level right there. So there we go. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's see. All right, let's continue on. Bada boom, bada bing. What do we got? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at, this will be the last altcoin, and I'm just taking this randomly out of chat. Where'd it go? Sean, where are you at? I saw you ask for something. The graph. Yes. What is that? GRT? Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Binance Tether US. Oh, baby, here we are. Taking a look at the graph. Shout out to Tony D. Said smash that like button. Let's go. Tony, somebody block Tony. Tony, no spamming the chat. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Tony D. Smash that like button. Let's go, Mafia. We're at 300 and something likes. We got 611 people. 550 is the goal. I think we can hit it. Smash that like button. Kiss it. Touch it with your head. Touch it with your butt. Punch it. Flick it. I creepily fondle it. I don't care. I'll look the other way. You guys can creepily touch that like button if you want. Just go ahead and smash that like button. Let's go. Oh, my God. Now he's really spamming chat. Let's see. Yo, Digital Pencil said, TA on my BMI, please. Yo, shout out to Digital Pencil, bro. Digital Pencil was telling me we should probably do like TA on random stuff. Like TA on Pokemon cards, TA on just like random stuff, like find charts on random stuff and like try to analyze them. I think it'd be cool because I feel like it would probably work. It's just analyzing past performance and trying to base future predictions based off of that. I think Tony would like people to smash that like button. So smash that like. Shout out to Creighton C, our like police. Let's go. All right, continuing on here. Let's see. Crypto Billy said toenails. Let's go. Shout out to Billy. Shout out to Butsinator, said, I collect Pokemon cards, so that would be amazing, honestly. Shout out to Butsinator. Listen, if Tony D randomly sends me a chart on Pokemon cards, if he's able to find a chart or anyone's able to find me a chart on Pokemon cards, I am happy to analyze it for you guys. But with that being said, guys, oh boy, what are we going to do with these volume profiles, guys? Why not go out with a bang? GRT simply... I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm going to see if there's a way. I don't know who invented the volume profiles, but I'm going to figure out if there's a way I can go meet them. Because, guys, look at this. What happened here? Like, it's simply put, 12-hour. You get above that value area low. You flip it to support with that one little purple candle, right? And then what happens? You go right up to the POC. We are attempting to flip that POC to support. If we do, looking up for a move to the value area high at about 18 cents. That's about it. That's all we got on the graph, guys. I'm just kidding. But no, all that is legit, right? Like, what happened here? We are simply looking again at a previous value area. I think, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I am here to help people. I don't know. A lot of people charge for this information, and I hope that people aren't mad at me for not charging people for this. But I don't know. Simply put, if you use the volume profiles the way that we teach them, you can be at least be on the right side of the market, right? Like, we were looking at this volume profile from all the way back here, starting or ending at about Tuesday, July 11th, 2023, and we get that move up, we wait for that key level, and once you get to that value area low, you are looking for one thing and one thing only, and that is to break. You're looking for, number one, a resistance, right, which you did bang your head here a little bit, but once you get above it, you're looking to flip that level to support to begin your journey to the POC, which we are sitting at right now. And simply put, I don't know, obviously, guys, I use a lot of indicators. Now, indicators, I like indicators, right? And they work for me, right? I could also trade just price action if I wanted to, right? But I like the indicators. I love Market Cipher. I love Lux Algo. I love the volume profiles, which I wouldn't really call an indicator. I'd call it more of like a trading tool, because all it's doing is analyzing volume. It's not really indicating anything. But I always say, like, you don't want to just buy the green dots and sell the red dots, right? Like a lot of people who are new to trading, a lot of people who are new to crypto or just trading assets in general, like they think that there is an indicator out there that is going to tell you when to buy and tell you when to sell. And I want you guys, like, you got to be careful out there, right? Because if I was out here, I could pitch Market Cipher, right? If I was trying to like tell you guys to use Market Cipher, I could easily be like, "Oh, guys, it's easy. Once you print a green dot down here, buy, and once you get a red dot up here, sell." And it's simply not that easy, right? And anybody telling you that it is that easy is either just lying to you. They either don't know what they're doing, or they're lying to you to sell you something, right? Now, obviously, like, look how enticing that is, guys. Like, well, do you know how easy it would be for a creator to take advantage of new people in crypto by telling them to just simply, guys, all you got to do is sit here and wait for a green dot, right? Buy it, and then you sell it when you get the red dot up here. Boom. Easy. You just buy, sell. You don't have to do anything. Now, if it was that easy, guys, let me ask you a question. Don't you think if trading was that easy, I would just put someone who knows how to trade, don't you think I would just put an alert when I get a green dot and then an alert when I get a sell dot, and then I wouldn't ever sit on the charts and I would just probably listen to the alerts and I wouldn't have to ever do any of the TA, right? Don't you think I would do that if that was possible? I 100% would, right? And that's why, it's very hard. Like a lot of people out there who would push this or are trying to push stuff like this or just trying to push a buy and sell indicator or even if they could be trying to sell a good indicator and just showing you how to use it wrong, right? People could sell Market Cipher by telling you to buy and sell red dots and green dots. But it would be really easy to show people that because it looks like it works, right? Like you could just buy here, sell here. That's easy. But the problem is that's not how trading works. 99% of people are going to lose money by trying to do that. But with that being said, if you can understand Market Cipher alongside other forms of analysis and understand why price moves and actually why price gravitates towards certain levels, you could become a very, very, very profitable trader. But as this thing pushes up, guys, we get the move on that value area low. We flip it to support. We get the move up to the POC. And simply put, I would expect, just like Bitcoin, to potentially get stuck around this area, right? Like get stuck around this POC, because likely we are going to trade around this as a magnet, right? Because this is where the most volume was transacted, and this is likely where price will gravitate to. So, if anything, I would be looking at this as a key level of resistance / support, because not only are we looking to potentially get a rejection here, but you could also look to hold this as support and potentially get a move all the way up to our value area high coming in at about 18 cents. So this is basically what I'd be looking at, right? Like next key level of resistance, we got the move from the low to the POC. Now we're just looking to flip the POC to support and get a move to the high. The problem is, oftentimes it's not that clean. Sometimes it is, oftentimes it's not, right? So if we were to get another a cool off before our next leg up towards that value area high, I would simply be looking, it's going to be a hard one to call here. I would simply be looking, honestly, I would be looking down towards this golden pocket, towards the value area low. I don't know if you're going to get lucky enough to get all the way back down here, but if we do get a move down and it becomes a big move, your key level, in my opinion, is going to be this value area low golden pocket confluence. And then some more local levels I would be looking at if we don't get all the way back down to that value area low and we indeed do pull back down before a next move up. I would be looking at this zone of support between your golden pocket and 786, coming in between 14 cents and about 0.1334. So there you go. Again, like, we have context. We're looking to flip this to support to get to these higher prices. What are the higher prices? 18 cents. If we start, again, you can expect to get clung to this level as a magnet, and if you lose it, these are the key levels of support I would be looking at. But, basically, you're just looking at this area of balance, and I want to hammer home. The reason I bring up the indicator thing is because, guys, it's like you could literally just use these volume profiles with no other indicators. Like you could literally I know the volume profiles are free, right? So like even if you don't have the money for a premium indicator like Market Cipher, which I highly recommend, but if you use these volume profiles, like honestly, these volume profiles work almost as good as what a buy and sell indicator would. You think the volume profiles work almost as good as people would think a buy and sell indicator would work, right? Again, I want to be clear. Buy and sell indicators do not exist. They don't work. If you could just buy and sell based off signals, nobody would work a job. Everyone would just get this indicator, and everybody would trade the same thing, and then nobody would make money because everybody would be trading the same exact thing. It doesn't work. I know it seems like it, and it would be really easy for me to try to trick everybody and say, hey, just buy here and sell here. Lux Algo literally, right, another indicator that I use all the time, literally has buy and sell signals, right? It used to say buy and then sell. Like you guys are probably familiar with this, right? It would say buy when it would go up, and then it would say sell up here on the top of the candle when it thought it would go down. And they were extremely accurate, right? And if I pulled it up on the 4-hour, it would say buy here, right? And it would probably say, sell here, sell here, sell here. They are very accurate, but you can't trade them as simple buy and sell signals. And Lux Algo says that out loud, right? It says buy and sell, but these are buy and sell confirmations. They're not signals. It just simply doesn't work like that. It would be the easiest thing in the world, and nobody would have a job if that were the case. But the volume profiles, I can't say the same thing for. The volume profiles are literally like, once you flip the value area to low, just buy, and then you just make a ton of money. I'm kidding. Don't do that. It's obviously the same thing with the volume profiles, but the volume profiles slap like 11 out of 10 times. It's crazy how accurate these things are. And again, they are free. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Volume profile plus good risk management equals probably profitable. Absolutely. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. I love the verbiage you used. But guys, I think that is all the time we got for today's live stream. Actually, let's go ahead and check Gala real quick. That is actually our last coin on the list. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so let's take off the candle coloring and everything. Actually, let me pull up. What is this? Gala Binance. We'll pull up Gala KuCoin. I'll clear all the drawings. Just want to see. Oh, okay. This is what we were looking at, I think, last time. I don't know where we were on Friday. Where were we on Friday? I guess we were down here. We flew right up to this golden. Yeah, let's go. We flew right up to this fib level, the 2618. Got a perfect reaction off of that. And I think I pulled up this actual. I was literally using this fib as an example to explain something. I didn't even pull it to expect price to go there, and it went right there. That's wild. But anyway, let's go ahead and actually take a look at our price here. So. I will actually go ahead and remove this and do some fresh analysis on Gala. So what I would be looking at here, guys, simply put, boom. This is the next area of balance for me that I would be looking at. So, yeah, we are getting pretty close. So, in my opinion, I think we could potentially make our way up to about 0.026. I think we could make our way up to about 0.02617, which would be the value area high of that next area of consolidation. And if we start knocking on that door, guys, this value area low at 0.02308 is the doorway to higher prices. So right away, we say if we wind up getting a move above that value area low, we could get that quick move up towards our value area high at about 0.02617. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at on Gala, guys. And then again, remember, we have gotten a bit of a move to the upside here of about 81%, right? However, look at the fresh money flow crossover into the green. This is what we were looking for on a lot of the altcoins. This is what we were looking for on a lot of those altcoins last week. That we're saying, hey, this is lagging a little bit behind Bitcoin. We could wind up seeing these money flow crossovers give the altcoins another big push up. And if Gala gets pushed up and we break this value area low, I'd be looking for a move up to the value area high. And if we wind up getting a cool off before that, I would simply be looking for a bounce in this blue box between about 0.01901 and 0.01797. So there you go. Looking for higher prices on Gala before, after a potential cool off. If we do get that cool off, come on. If we do get that cool off, looking for that bounce in this blue box, which is a 786 golden pocket confluence. And then once you break this value area low, looking for a move up to that value area high. Now, it doesn't mean that we have to pull back here. I'm not saying we have to come back down here to get up here. We could shoot right through. But with this, if this VWAP and this daily red dot winds up printing, we may get the cool off first. And that's what I'd be looking at on Gala. with all that being said, guys, that is all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to you, bro. He says, we got 25 minutes. May as well make it 85. Yo, shout out to Dave Digital. Bro, I think we might actually get out here soon. Actually, no. By the time we do the fake ad, it'll probably just be another 2-hour stream. But, guys, it's like I always try to get – I am exhausted. It's so hard for me because I have a horrible night's sleep. I don't know if I was like kind of sick. I really didn't feel good last night. I felt pretty good today, just tired. But as soon as I get on live, I get so hyped up and I get so like zoned out in chat, in the charts. It's so hard for me to keep track of time, and I always wind up going over. But I don't want to get burnt out this week. I don't want to take a night off of the stream. So we're going to go ahead and spin that wheel super, super, super fast. Going ahead, and I'm actually going to let me pull it up on Chrome. Sorry about the late start time, guys. Unfortunately, for some reason, I don't know. Yo, is everything good? How come I can't get to our wheel? Oh, God, what a nightmare, guys. I got to redo the wheel. All right, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. All right. Nope. But anyway, I couldn't, for some reason, come on. For some reason, what do you call it? YouTube was like not locking me out of the channel, but it kept asking me to put on two-factor, and I had two-factor turned on, and it kept saying that it wasn't turned on. And I was like, yo, you're wrong. It's turned on, bro. And they were like, no, it's not turned on. And I was like, what the heck? So I called Tony. Tony told me to clear my cache. I cleared my cache. It didn't work. He said, try another browser. I tried another browser, and then it finally worked. But anyway, let's see here. Let me pull up the wheel of pain and pleasure here so we can start spinning this thing. How many likes did we get? We got 517 people still in here. We got 424 likes. I asked for 530. I would have preferred, but 430 is not too bad. Smash that like button on your way out, guys. But let's go ahead and let me actually mix these around a little bit. Let me put a nope in the middle. And let me actually get rid of a giveaway and a nope. That's what we're going to do. Okay, and then we'll move the nopes, and then we'll kind of put them in the middle, and that's good enough. All right, here we go. Oh, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And why is this not on dark mode? Come on. Switch wheel? Guys, there's more than one wheel. All right, let's see. Chicken soup with extra garlic and onions. You'll be up in and for one day. Yo, shout out to Mark Dutch. I'll have to try that. Day Digital said, Frankie, if you need a sick day or a day off, just bring in a guest host like Billy. Yo. Billy, Alex, Maddie, or MTC, or Tony D. The show must go on. Shout out to Dave Digital, bro. That would be hilarious if I had, like, someone else host the show. Like, if I just got, like, I don't know, if we just had someone come on and just pop in and host the show virtually, that would be absolutely lit. Maybe we'll have Tony D come on and break boxes for a placeholder stream. He'll just come on and break Pokemon boxes or something. I don't know. That would be pretty dope. Wheel of Mortality, turn. Shout out to Crimson Caravan Company. How many giveaways we got so far? We got, 3 for 3. We got one more spin. Who's it going to be? Not who's it going to be. What's it going to be? Let's see. Another giveaway. Let's go. And we'll spin one for good luck. Here we go. Hashtag why not? Shout out to Dave. Let's see. No way. Yo, shout out to. No way. That cannot. Is that really the. Hang on, guys. I need to. Is that the real Lil Bubble? Yo, what up, my man? No way is that the real Lil Bubble. I don't know. Am I getting trolled? We were just talking. Lil Bubble, if that's really you, bro, we were just talking about you. I don't know. I doubt that's the real. I feel like that's the real Lil Bubble. It won't let me go to his channel, which is interesting. Yeah. Usually it says go to channel. I don't know. Shout out to Lil Bubble. Let me know if there's any way you could prove that it's you and I'm not getting trolled. That would be fire. If this is the real Lil Bubble, he said, haha, Multi just sent me a clip. No way. Shout out to Lil Bubble, bro. Yo, dude, hit me up on Twitter, or I will hit you up on Twitter, bro. I would love to get a collab going, dude, or do something together, bro. Shout out to Lil Bubble. I'm like starstruck, guys. Yo, big fan, low key. I love your content, bro. You're awesome, dude. Shout out to Lil Bubble. Little did I ever think I'd be talking to him. Shout out to Lil Bubble, guys. Go check out Lil Bubble. He makes some awesome crypto music, and it's amazing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Your song's about getting wrecked. You know, at one point in my career, I couldn't relate to them anymore. So shout out to you, bro. Thanks for the awesome content you make, dude. For real, you're a savage, man. You're crazy. Shout out to Little Bubble. Go check him out, guys. And I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter, bro. I would love to get some kind of collab going. That's nuts. But yo, 4 giveaways. Shout out to the 4 giveaways. Let's go, guys. But are you sure that's it this time? Shout out to Creighton C. Yo, let's go. Much love, dude. Yeah, shout out to Little Bubble, man. For real. Yeah, for real, bro. Like, it's crazy. I watched you before I ever had a YouTube channel. I never thought in my life, I could never figure out in any kind of weird universe I could have lived in where I'd be talking to you. But yeah, that's wild. Shout out to Lil Bubble, guys. Go check him out. And I'll be in touch, Lil Bubble, for sure. It is legit, it seems. Shout out Tony D Certified. Yo, shout out to Lil Bubble. Let's go. Guys, for real, go show love to Lil Bubble. Yeah, I'm going to hit you up on Twitter, bro. Hopefully we can work something out. Either way, though, you crush the content, bro. Shout out to you. But guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Wild stream. We got a little bit of TA. We got a little bit of trying to end the stream early. Couldn't end it early. Lil Bubble popped up to say what's good. So shout out to him. But guys, I got to go send a Twitter DM real quick. So that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I will see you guys right here tomorrow night. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
I ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me.
Yeah, I've been on the road, chill. 31, baby, living out my dream still. I just got off a tour, the Prada in store, I'm playing. I'll be rocking with the guy in the horse, yeah. You just hopped in the coupe, got lock in the shoes. I worship his Zeus, you not gonna shoot. I'm watching you do the cam base where I'm blocking these fools. I got studio time, I got my watch in the booth, yeah. They be praying on my downfall. I'm an outlaw, switching pulls every stanza like Southpaw. How come your mouth off when y'all soft? No, you see me on the trampoline, about to bounce off, yeah. It's a matter of time. I know you see me standing in the front, back in the line. I happen to grind every minute, passing the time. We ain't never been friends. How you acting like mine? Y'all need contentment. Y'all got resentment. God's grace lead to repentance. You live for mentions that make me question how you gonna handle a gift if you don't know how to stew a blessing. You can't do it. You don't want a dream chase. You don't put your hands to it. You know the circle strong. 4th and 40 got a pun. No, I don't do what I wanna do it for the kingdom come. I ain't know that I was flowing. I ain't showing sign of slowing. I am going for the juggler, mate. The one to debate, but you seem to want it for free. I ain't doing video unless I'm gonna get paid. Yeah, I've been working on a gift. I ain't doing free shows. You can call me arrogant. You can call me what you want. It's really absurd. Just because you're the church doesn't really mean you don't have to pay me what I'm worth.
I ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleepy, and that's when you really gon' need me.
And like I said, guys, we are doing a short stream, so I figured I'd pop up in here and just do a little bit more TA, this time on our friend Ada. Here we are, guys. Shout out to Chemistry Bro, who's letting me know maybe an Ada fake out because we are coming into a macro golden pocket, which not to my surprise because Chemistry Bro knows what he's doing. We are sitting here at a pretty macro golden pocket. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here. Now, again, guys, I do want to point out that fresh money flow crossover on Market Cipher B was a good indication that that trend was going to continue up here, bringing us to our next key level, which would have been this golden pocket, which is sitting right here at about between about 37 cents and about, or 0.3772 and 0.3695. If we go ahead and draw this as a resistance level, I would be looking for a potential rejection here, but we got to be careful of a potential push secondary last little push up to that 786 before getting a bigger push to the downside. However, daily VWAP, nothing really to take away from there. Your 16-hour, nothing to take away. 12-hour, nothing to take away. 10-hour red dot is printing the slightest bearish divergence. Like I said, you want to be careful with those bearish divergences just because of the fact that we are in a very, very bullish, pretty strong bullish momentum here, and these altcoins will spit in your face if you try to short them while price is just screaming to the upside, right? But your red dot is printing on the 10-hour. Your 4-hour red dot and slight bearish divergence is printing technically here, guys. I will say technically you do have a bearish divergence with your lower highs on your momentum waves, higher highs on your price action into your key level, which is your golden pocket, and technically your money flow is also coming to the downside. However, like I said, be very careful with the shorts here. I wouldn't really be interested in looking to short this for big gains. I'd rather just be looking at this as a signal for a pullback before potentially looking for a higher low and a continuation to the upside. But next key level of resistance above this golden pocket, guys, is going to be this 786 coming in at 41 cents. And with all that being said, guys, this is actually all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Thank you all for being here. Smash that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And yeah, that's all I got. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Frank Candles out. Bing bong. Gotta here.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal